Well, here we are. Zach and I are back in Wyoming. Last month we did a week of archery elk along with Jeff's deer tag. He got a nice buck. I struck out, so Zach graciously came back to Wyoming with me, and we got all day today. Today is Wednesday, we're packing in. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we got 5 whole days to find a bull. Maybe the last day or two, may shoot a cow, but I'm really trying to get my first bull. We got good weather. We spotted a bull right off the highway on the way in here, and then just getting out of the truck, I spotted a stud mule deer buck. So things are looking good. It's cold. My pack feels heavy, but we're ready to get after it. So let's go find a bull. Alright, we just got camp set up. It is almost 3 o'clock. We left the truck at around 7:30 or so. Took a while getting in here, but we took our time. We'd sit in glass every couple hundred yards, have snacks and whatnot. It is our first time in here, so we really wanted to make sure we found a good camp spot. I think this is pretty good. We have some good looking country this way and all out in front of us and behind us. So there's multiple routes we can take to go glass this evening, and hopefully we turn something up. We did see a bunch of deer on the way in, no elk yet, but it's early in the hunt, so let's go see what we can turn up.
Well, we woke up to a bit of a winter wonderland this morning. It snowed pretty much all night, just kind of off and on light snow. We kind of have to wake up and bat the sides of the shelter just to keep it from piling up. Got, I don't know, a couple inches maybe. But this morning it was really socked in from all the cloud cover. And so we're just now getting some visibility, getting out. Just about, we lost about an hour of daylight is all, so not too bad. It's finally lifted and we can see, so we're gonna head back to where we glassed from last night and see if with this snow we can turn something up. Something's up moving, so wish us luck. Here we go.
Zack spotted a couple bulls and a handful of cows, probably 3 miles in a straight line that way. We're just trying to think of a game plan.
Oh yeah.
Camp is back on our backs. It didn't take too long, maybe 30-35 minutes. And we got 2-3 miles to go that way and set up camp to closer to where those bulls were. And then hopefully we can turn them back up and make a play within the next few days. Feeling good about it. The weather broke, we got some snow on the ground, but the sun's coming out and it's fixing to be a beautiful day. Let's go. glassing for the evening. Today we did end up moving camp a few miles closer to those bulls that Zach saw this morning, and we turned up those bulls plus another one and another one. So 2 more bulls. One is a big 6-point, probably pushing around that 300 mark. The other one's a little bit smaller, but any of those bulls I'd be happy to shoot. So our game plan for tomorrow is we're going to hike up here on this ridge in the morning, turn them back up because they're not pressured. They have no reason to leave this hillside. They're about a mile away. And when we turn them up, hopefully we do, we're just going to bomb off this hill and just try to pick them up over there in that burn. Problem is, once we do get over there, there's so much timber, burnt timber. Trying to find a lane or like a rise to see into it to shoot them from might be kind of tricky, but that's part of hunting. We're gonna make a play regardless, so we'll see what we turn up in the morning. But now I'm pretty dang cold. We're gonna go fire up the stove in the argolly and make some dinner. See you in the morning. What's up, guys? So it's the morning of day 3. We made it about halfway up the hill to our glassing knob where we spotted all those elk yesterday, and I just happened to look over with my binos and I spotted the whole herd, the one with the big bull in it. We didn't spot the big bull, but we're just hoping he's in there. So we're just gonna drop off a couple things at the shelter and then bomb after him. Fingers crossed, we got all day to make it happen. Well, we made it about halfway down the ridge up above where our camp is, and we found a nice spot to sit and glass, and Zach picked up the bull again. He's about 1,400 yards away. We got a nice little knob picked out about where we want to get to. We think it'll be on the same level with him and just shoot right across the canyon. Should be 300-400 yards max. So, it's cold out. My nerves they're getting in me. It's go time. Let's make a play on it. Let's go. Well, we got up here about 700 yards away from that group of elk. Probably did that around 10:45. It's been a few hours. I've been glassing a lot. But as soon as we crested this knob behind me, I don't know if it was us or something got those elk on their feet, and they just all single file right up and over this hill. I don't know if they either smelled something, heard us, what it was, but whatever it was, the bull was broadside for a few seconds at 700, but I didn't have a chart for that far, and even if I did, I wasn't ready to shoot. I didn't want to take a guessing shot at 700, but just 10 minutes ago, a few cows came back over, and we're running around, so I got the rifle set up, and I'm ready for when he comes out. So, fingers crossed something happens. And the elk that were below us, or yesterday that we saw the below group, they haven't came out yet. So, we're just hoping something comes out. We gave it till about 6 o'clock, and unfortunately nothing came out. Zach and I are both really low on water. We got about 3 miles back to camp with a ton of elevation loss, and then gain. We hope there's water at the bottom. But if not, we gotta climb 1,500 feet to get water. So let's hope we could find some down at the bottom. But fun day. Unfortunately, we didn't get an elk, but I got 2 days left. I think we're gonna come out and glass this hillside again in the morning. And if we don't see anything, we'll probably pull out and try a new spot just for a fourth quarter Hail Mary, see what happens. But see you guys at camp. Morning, guys. It's morning of day 4. We got a good night's sleep last night. Sorry, I came down with this cold. This cough's really annoying, but Zack and I are back up at the glassing knob, and we're gonna see if we can pick up those elk again this morning. If we do, I think we're gonna go make a play on them. We're just gonna give it a couple hours if we don't spot anything, and then about 9 o'clock we're gonna head back down and just pull out and try some different spots, because really those are the only elk that we've seen in this whole area, and if they don't turn up, then there's really no point in staying in here. So hopefully we pick them back up. If not, we're gonna try a new spot. Let's see what happens.
Oh, well, good news is that we turned up those elk this morning. Bad news is we just watched the bull that we've been after get shot. Watched him get shot, watched him die in the binoculars. So that was quite the kick in the pants. Literally, probably 30 seconds after we turned him up, we saw him working across the hillside right where they were. We were getting excited, watching where they were gonna go. And then they started like kind of running around in circles, and then you saw like a cloud of dust behind the bull. And I think the first shot was a miss, and then they didn't really know where to go, and I think they ended up shooting 3 more times, and we watched him tip over and die, and now they're on him. So talk about a kick in the nuts. So that's what happens. Those are the only elk that we've seen in this whole area. We were really hoping to make a play on those today again, especially after just turning them back up. We were pretty excited, and now not so excited. So we're probably going to get out of here, go pack up camp, hike out, and that way we'll have plenty of time today to potentially find a new spot, find some new elk. And then we have all day tomorrow. So we got a day and a half. Well, by the time we get out of here, we'll have a day and a half left. So congratulations to that guy. It's a beautiful bull. Wish we had been able to make a play on it, but that's what happens. So it is what it is. But
well, I picked up those elk, the bull and everything. They were right back where they were, even a little bit lower. Excitement levels got really high, but as I was watching the elk, I saw this big plume of dust behind the bull. I was like, is that a gunshot? And then I heard the report a few seconds later, boom. And then he spun around, boom, 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 shot a few more times, and I watched that bull die in my binoculars. To say I'm bummed is an understatement. It sucks, but is what it is. Public land, people are out here hunting too, but it sucks. But we're gonna pull out of here and try to find another spot to hunt. We got today and tomorrow, and that's it. So we're throwing a Hail Mary. Hopefully something happens.
all right, camp is packed up. We were right here. Beautiful little spot, all packed away into the backpacks. Bob's throwing his on now. And we are going to head out. After watching that bull get shot this morning and not turning up any other elk in this big drainage, we've decided to Hail Mary it, get out of here. It's 9:30 in the morning. We'll probably be back to the truck by noon, and then we'll have a handful of hours to make a new game plan and figure out something to do, hopefully for this evening, even if it's super simple. We'll be able to put eyes on something this evening, and then we have all day tomorrow. So that's what we're looking at right now. Bob is super excited to head up and out of this thing.
I think I'm just gonna take up golfing instead of this hunting thing.
Yeah, golf, it's like warm weather. Beer cart girls rolling around.
Ice cold beer.
Yeah.
Bad round of golf. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. We're the only people back here backpacking as well. Everyone else has livestock of some sort. And the guys that we just talked to were pretty shocked that where we went yesterday and what we tried to do and then where we came back to. So tells us that we're working hard.
That's cool.
So we'll see you guys probably at the truck, because I don't feel like checking in anymore.
Well, it is the evening of day 4, and we switched locations. We pulled out of the spot we were packed into, and we're just gonna do a run and gun style hunt for the rest of the trip. Stay mobile, hit some lower country stuff where we can just move and glass quite a bit. But we've been seeing a lot of really nice bucks, a lot of deer, but no elk. A lot of deer, but no elk. We've seen a lot of sign, so they could be in here, but we got a great vantage point right here where if anything comes out, we can definitely take a shot and drop something. So fingers crossed something moves in. If we don't see anything tonight, we'll probably give it another short glassing session in the morning, and then we have one more spot we want to check out before we have to drive home. So this is it. It's fourth quarter. Hopefully something comes out.
Alright, I just glassed up some elk. We have about 20 minutes of daylight. We're running to try and cut about 600 yards off and hopefully get a shot before we run out of daylight. We're making a mad scramble right now. Wish us luck. Do you see him, Bob? She's head right.
Well, just like that. Let me back up. We had 20 minutes of shooting light left.
Mm-hmm.
Zack spotted a handful of cows way down to our right. And we hem and hawed for a few minutes. And we're both like, screw it, let's go. They're about 1,100 yards away. We sprinted over here, just super out of breath. Got to, how far? Can't remember.
320.
Got to 320. Struggled trying to find a level, like clear shooting spot. There was brush in the way, sticks hanging down, but I finally got an opening. Super awkward shooting position, but I got steady as possible and let one fly in one shot. Dropped a cow. It's not a bull I was hoping for, but I'm just, at this point in the game, it's fourth quarter. I was willing to shoot anything at this point. I even said on the way over here. So he's got her in the spotter. Dead elk. I'm tagged out in Wyoming. I'm stoked to have meat in the freezer. It's been one heck of a ride. You know, I got a second chance. Zack offered to come with me for one more yeehaw round, and we sent it. We hiked our asses off for the last 4 days, and we pulled out and tried a Hail Mary spot. And at the last light on the second to last day, we got it done. So thank you, Zack, for coming with me. We got some work to do, but I'm stoked. Let's go. Well, here we go. 2 trips to Wyoming. The very end of my second trip, I got a chance to fill my tag, and I was not passing this up. Me and Zack grinded so hard on this second trip, just covering miles, freezing our butts off, sleeping in the snow, and just, I'm so thankful to be blessed with this opportunity. This cow's gonna eat really well, and I'm stoked. Don't know what else to say. We just worked so hard. I was telling Zack, because in my mind it's like, I don't think I'm gonna tag out. And I was thinking, this is the hardest I've ever worked on a hunt, and I don't have anything to show for it. And then at that point I knew it's like, I'm shooting anything. I want to bring home some meat for the family, and I got it done. Thanks again, Zack, for coming back with me, and love this stuff. You know, it's dark out, it's probably 30 degrees. It's gonna start getting really cold, but I'm absolutely stoked. Okay.
Turn.
Elk back straps. That's what it's all about right there.